the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the...
Breaks into the open! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent, establish the run game early on offense.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
He'll keep it himself. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hit.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, CUSE. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Yellow Jackets offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Catch in the middle, it's Warren. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quarterback on the keeper. He breaks a tackle. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Off the play fake. Plucks it out of the air. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got his man on the outside. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Looking to throw, it's Stanley. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Give to the running back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but this guy has been locked in. He's 5 for 6 on the opening drive of the game, and the coaching staff felt like he had a great week of preparation coming into this one. I think they were expecting him to have this hot start.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Really, really nice play, and I love bringing speed on the field. The more dime packages, the better on those third down situations. Now I got faster guys chasing in the back end with the receivers, and when the QB scrambles outside the pocket, I got a DB now going to try to get that QB. It makes all the difference in the room.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll do it himself. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. Looking to pass, it's McMillan. He rifles one deep down the right side.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
To the air on second down. A little release to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He's looking to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Stanley. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Cal. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick handoff. Powers through the defender. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Stanley. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Rides the back on the option to give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Makes the grab. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Reads it, fires complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They'll run it from the gun. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Pocket breaking down. Got his man on the right. boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
He'll ride his man on the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on the first down.
So now it's second and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Running the option, it's McMillan. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Orange.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself, in for 6.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. He'll pull it on the read. Plows through the defense. At the 35, he's loose. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. The Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Throws to the wideout. Falls it in. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Back to throw, it's McMillan. And the defense got him at the 27. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's gonna wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels good.
There he goes. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got the first down and still on his feet. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. And the Yellow Jackets, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream
breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
Turns it on down the left side. 10. Touchdown, Syracuse. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance.
Sprinting away! And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. They go to the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Tight end finds a soft spot. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And the Yellow Jackets had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Option football is about responsibility, but I can't give up my hand. I can't show them really quickly and make it easy on them. Good job by the defense, staying patient, defending all the options, stringing it out, making a nice play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle. It's good. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got a lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Good. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. He's going to take off. At the 20, he's got space. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
It's complete on the right side. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, CUSE.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Syracuse, 28. Georgia Tech, 19.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Orange. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the move. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Stanley. Caught behind the line, it's Warren. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Phillips. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing in your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll line up for a second down play. Motion from the back. Throws it back. Under fire. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And what a job by the defense. Seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
To the air. It's McMillan. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Quick release by the QB. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Yellow Jackets are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Dropping back, it's Stanley. They go to the wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Rush is on him. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need.
There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. back to throw. It's Stanley. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create.